You ever catch yourself reacting to something your child does? A meltdown, an eye roll, words used, a moment of defiance, and wonder, why did that hit me so hard? Maybe it's when they ignore you, when they push back, or when they need you in ways that feel overwhelming. It's like a part of you feels disrespected, unseen, or like you're failing somehow. And then the spiral begins. What's wrong with me? Why am I so triggered? Why can't I just be more patient? If this sounds familiar, I want you to hear me. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not broken. You're human. What you're feeling, this frustration, this sensitivity, this deep emotional reaction, is not just about this moment. It's about the part of you shaped by your earliest relationships, the part of you that learned, long before you were a parent, what love, safety, and trust looked like. And it's all connected to your attachment style. Attachment styles are like a blueprint for how we experience relationships. They're shaped in childhood based on how our caregivers responded to us, and they influence how we connect with others, our partners, our friends, and yes, even our kids. There are four main attachment styles: secure, avoidant, ambivalent, sometimes called anxious, and disorganized. Each one carries its own story, its own way of interpreting the world, and its own patterns of behavior. If you had caregivers who were warm, consistent, and responsive, you likely developed a secure attachment style. This means you learned that relationships are safe, that your needs matter, and that love doesn't have to hurt. You might find it easier to trust others, express emotions, and navigate parenting challenges without questioning your worth. But for many of us, our caregivers were doing the best they could with the tools and resources they had. Maybe love felt conditional, or affection came with strings attached. Maybe you had to be good, quiet, or perfect to avoid punishment. Or maybe your caregivers were physically or emotionally unavailable because they were just trying to survive. If that was your experience, your attachment style might look different. Avoidant attachment. If your caregivers were emotionally distant or dismissive, you might have learned to rely on yourself. You might struggle with deep emotional closeness, feel uncomfortable when your child needs a lot from you, or find yourself shutting down when overwhelmed. Ambivalent, anxious. Attachment. If your caregivers were inconsistent, sometimes loving, sometimes unavailable, you might have learned to seek constant reassurance. You might worry you're not doing enough as a parent, feel anxious about your child pulling away, or struggle with guilt when setting boundaries. Disorganized attachment. If your caregivers were a source of both comfort and fear, perhaps due to trauma, neglect, or unpredictable behavior, you might feel torn between wanting connection and fearing it. Parenting might bring up old wounds, making it hard to trust yourself or feel fully safe in the role. These patterns aren't just thoughts, they're wired into your nervous system. They're survival strategies your brain developed to protect you. But here's the thing: these patterns are not permanent, they're not who you are. They're just stories your brain learned to tell, and just like any story, they can be rewritten. The first step: curiosity. The next time you feel triggered, whether it's snapping at your child, withdrawing emotionally, or feeling overwhelmed, pause, take a breath, and ask yourself, what is my inner child trying to tell me? Maybe it's saying, I feel like I'm failing, I need reassurance, or I feel unseen, I need to know I matter, or even, I feel exhausted, I need rest. Whatever it is, respond to yourself the way you wish someone had responded to you as a child, with grace, compassion, and understanding. If you're feeling avoidant, remind yourself, it's okay to lean in. My child's needs don't mean I have to lose myself. If you're feeling anxious, remind yourself, I am enough. My child's love isn't something I have to earn. If you're feeling disorganized, remind yourself, it's safe to feel. I can trust myself to navigate this. Or maybe you aren't sure how you feel, remind yourself, this is an opportunity for mastery. It is okay to be overwhelmed. Healing your attachment style isn't about being a perfect parent, it's about learning to meet yourself where you are. It's about giving yourself the love, patience, and care you might not have received as a child. And it's not easy. There will be moments when it feels messy, when old patterns creep back in, when you wonder if you're making any progress at all. But every time you choose curiosity over judgment, every time you respond to yourself with kindness instead of criticism, every time you pause and listen to what your inner child needs, you are healing. You are breaking cycles. You are showing your child that love doesn't have to be earned, that emotions aren't dangerous, that connection isn't a threat. These intense thoughts and reactions you feel are cues, cues that your mind and body need to calm, to hit pause. When you notice them, take a moment to ground yourself. And if you're looking for tools to help you calm your mind and body, or to better understand the impact of your childhood trauma, check out our Sacred Restorations videos. They're packed with calming techniques and practical tips to help you navigate these emotions and find emotional alignment. So the next time you feel triggered, pause, take a breath, put your hand on your heart if it helps, and ask, what does my inner child need right now? Maybe it's patience, maybe it's grace, maybe it's permission to take a break. Whatever it is, honor that need. Because you deserve it. You deserve peace. You deserve compassion. You deserve to feel safe in your own skin, not just as a parent, but as a person. And if no one has told you this today, let me be the first. You are worthy of love. You are capable of healing, and you are not alone in this journey. Let's rewrite these stories together, one moment at a time. If this message spoke to you, hit the like button and subscribe for more insights on healing, parenting, and breaking generational cycles. We're in this together. See you in the next video.